stop. Before you leave a butthurt sensitive comment, just hear me out. Watch the video. Look, I watch a lot of content that I don't necessarily agree with because sometimes I'll learn something, just to have an open mind. Okay, a lot of people are making this whole Josh Hokit calling Michelle Obama a man into a race issue. It's not. Look, I don't know what's in the man's heart, but think about what he's doing. He is blowing up today on everywhere because of what he said. He's actually appealing to 3 different communities in 3 different ways. Let me explain. There are many Trump supporters that watched this fight for the first time, that were there, that are and hate the Obamas just because they're black. So he appealed to that community. He also appealed to the crazy liberals who get butthurt about everything and think everything's racist, right? Because even if they're hate watching him, they're still watching him and talking about him. And lastly,
White House denies accusations that he's cashing in on the event, saying there's no conflict of interest because you know whose assets are in a trust managed by his kids. If it's in a trust and I'm managing it, maybe he's not going to get no money. But if it's in a...
I do want to address the derogatory slur made about the former First Lady Michelle Obama, because I think it's important to address. And we won't dignify what was said by repeating it, but you should look it up. And I think the reason that it's important is because for a long time, and the roots are in slavery, black women have been slurred and made to feel that they were unattractive, made to feel that they were masculine, made to feel that they didn't have the femininity that a white woman would have. And so there's this intersectionality between racism and sexism that was on full display at the White House. The crowd laughed at the statement.
Watch 1 second of that UFC.
Yes, I don't know why everything is always linked to race. Now, a lot of Democrats are melting down, like this man decided to call Michelle Obama this as a result of she's a black woman. There are a lot of people that are putting out videos on this on social media, and to me it is extremely concerning that we always link everything into race. In 2026, this should not be happening. It is extremely concerning. People have different reasons why they say some things, and even Danny White responded to these.
250 has to be one of the coolest sporting events in American history. I'm going to show you guys why. First off, I went through, got escorted by Secret Service, been a fan right here.
Look, we got the Quality Learning Center out here, UFC.
But you're the man.
And then headed into the event and ran into this guy.
The walkthrough right here. There's the dome. We got Kid Rock right here. You got
UFC created a one-of-one experience by making this dome and putting it right outside the White House.
The dome. Look at this.
And the fight also lands on President Trump's 80th birthday. Here's the man himself. The UFC did so many small little things to make the fight so epic, such as having live music for some of the walkouts. Said hi to Mark Zuckerberg.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We did that. I know. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Went and said hi to some true American legends who are currently serving.
Yes, I have seen a lot of people, melting down on what this guy said at the White House UFC. If you take a look at this, Danny White addresses George Poe's fight comment about Michelle Obama. I'm completely against saying nasty and false things about people's family. Everyone knows my position on free speech, but I hate that kind of nonsense. This is according to the person who posted this. For a very long time, a lot of people usually write this on my comment sections. And if you take a look at what Jack Tapper posted, asked for comment about UFC fighter, Joyce said Michelle Obama is in his post-fight interview, White House spokesman Stephen said he had a great win last night. He showed toughness and ability to pressure his opponent both on his feet and on the ground.
That's something that kind of intrigues you or your production team?
Well, the president and I are talking about doing a fight for the troops next year. So obviously, if you did a fight for the troops, we'd do all that kind of stuff. We did a lot of them in the past. We used to work with the Fisher family, who were very dialed in with the military and could get things done easily. It's not easy to get things done on military bases and things like that. But when we had the Fisher family, And then obviously the president can make a lot of things happen. So we're talking about doing it next year. He wanted to do it this year, and I said, sir, I need a year to recover financially from the White House fight. So give me a year.
Roger that. And
Oh, you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. Hey there, all you fascists. Let me put you straight. When you come for the rest of us, we'll fight you at the gate and you will lose. You fascists bound to lose.
Democrats are counter-programming the UFC Freedom 250 event, which, quick clip, looks like this. The UFC Freedom 250 event is getting a ton of hate from the left, which I just think is unnecessary. This isn't about Republican or Democrat. This isn't a conservative-only event. This is an American event. And to be honest, it's awesome. The fighters, the commentators, the people in the crowd have all talked about how incredible of an environment and an atmosphere that it is and how grateful they are to get to be a part of something like this. They've got a ton of seats out there reserved for our troops so that they can go and watch this in.
Yes, I understand that these people will always behave this way. If you take a look at this UFC at the White House, the meltdown started days ago. I've been seeing a lot of these people pouring out their frustrations. Oh, he's using taxpayer money. Oh, he's doing this. They decided to do their little thing, like to counter this. And nobody's even talking about what these people were doing. It was all cringe. Based on what I've seen on social media, Democrats at this point, they're always confused. They struggle every time to do something that a lot of people will be attracted or, people be talking about.
I've had the honor of meeting with 10 absolutely precious children who and their wonderful families who have been locked in Dilley Immigrant Detention Center in Texas. 1 minute, I talked to a 9-year-old about how we both love pizza and soccer and how he won the spelling bee and wanted to get to the state spelling bee, and the next minute he was begging for help to get out of what we know is a family prison. A prison that is neglecting, abusing, and traumatizing kids.
I'm struggling to avoid this issue of copyright reason. I decided to, not to really play some of the videos, but there is something more concerning that I've noticed throughout this event. It was actually a success. Though we always have this minority always shouting, putting out videos, struggling to discredit it. If you look at the viewership of this event compared to what Bad Bunny did there, this can't compare.
We're watching this UFC event at the White House. Here it is on your screen. For those of you who are not tuned in or will not tune in at all, I've been writing down every insane and surreal happened so far on my television so you don't have to watch. First and foremost, just to get this out of the way, this is not a sporting event. And to be clear, there are fights happening, there are combat sports that are happening, but this is not about sports. This is about the celebration of one man. You guessed it, Donald J. Trump.
Might have missed it because they cut away so fast. But towards the end of the night, one of the UFC fighters, I don't even care to learn who they were, as they finished praising God and their religious beliefs, decided to say, Michelle Obama's a...
Calls us crooked, stupid, piggy, and when he screams in the faces of women journalists.
Hey there, all you fascists. Let me put you straight. When you come for the rest of us, we'll fight you at the gate and you will lose. You fascists bound to lose.
For the president's 80th birthday. There are, of course, some critics of this. What do you say to them?
People are criticizing something Donald Trump decided to do. Why?
Good evening, everyone. And welcome to
Graceful for all of this to be happening in Washington, D.C. For the fans of the UFC.
Office, they did not fight a revolution for this. When the Biden administration was using the same venue to bring in this kind of people into this place, Gavin Newsom was comfortable with that idea.
To jurors, but it was shown.
I don't want to prolong the video. I think I'm going to end here. God bless you abundantly. As a short clips you see at the end, that is for the white derogatory. You can always skip.
Went past.
Right.
The other four went and they surrounded.
Oh, can you hear me? Yeah, no, I heard what happened. Listen, good news is I'm about to get this here Cybertruck with your GoFundMe money. Bad news is you're going to jail, but
You're on my page, so you automatically know.
guilty. Stay your ass in jail, boy. Your family should be sued. Stay your ass in jail.
People tend to not trust elections when it takes a real long time. Watch sued.
Now you realize people everywhere in America make fun of people.
And so this is my life.
You're talking about qualification. California, I have family in LA.
Chelsea Handler, she's not a fan. Said me.
The only people that aren't are the socialists.
2010.